What's going on, world? It's your boy J Man.
And it's your girl Ashley J.
Ashley J.
You know, we have been gone for so long.
We've been gone for a minute, but we back with the jump off.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Ashley J.
Thank you, thank you. You know, I had an amazing birthday yesterday.
Yes,
Jay
Miss
gonna
Girl
text me. I
is
was like,
59.
29. Yes, I am. Everybody keep talking about you're gonna have a shift when you get 30. There's gonna be a shift. Baby mom, that shift gonna be 29.
What you mean that shift?
They keep saying like you just look at things totally different.
Right.
They just say that, you know, this shift, like just that shift from your 20s and getting your 30s, everything is just like press. You gotta, you know, it ain't no playing games. It ain't no, you know, just that you're a mature grown woman.
Absolutely, absolutely. That mature grown woman.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you're a mature grown woman?
I do. I still have
You
some
getting there?
learning.
You still got some learning to do? That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm as grown as it comes.
Oh, well, hey, you know, welcome to the Almost 30 Club.
I know, right? Because you're already 30.
Yes, ma'am.
You turned 30 a couple of months ago.
Yes, I did. But yes, so major shout outs to you. I hope you did enjoy your birthday.
I did. I went to the botanical garden.
Okay.
And it was an oasis. It was really nice, you know. It was really nice. They had the restaurant. What's it called? Leaf something.
Mm-hmm.
It was really nice. Some of the stuff on there, I was like,
what the hell?
What the, you know, from the hood, baby.
Where the chicken wings at?
You know, but they had some salmon, so you know, I went with the salmon. Then they had a little peach brulee.
Okay, peach brulee.
Yes, it was delectable.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So,
well, I'm glad you enjoyed your special day. You know, I already gave my little heartfelt speech, so.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So, what we diving into today?
Well, you know, today is mental health. I'm sorry. Mental health awareness. You know, this is our mental health series, our season. So we're just going to dive into things that I feel as though that's going to empower people that do struggle with mental health issues. And we all struggle with mental health issues.
Yeah.
It's not something that you're diagnosed with, such as schizophrenia or what are those mental health issues?
Bipolar.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Bipolar,
bipolar, schizophrenia,
PTSD.
Yeah, PTSD. You know, PTSD is very common these days. It is very common these days, and I think a lot of times we blame our issues on ourselves, not realizing other things that we might have possibly been through.
Yes, I think that's the biggest thing, where we sit here and we think that like the things that we haven't been through, like the things that we have seen, like, you know, I grew up where I done seen somebody get shot and killed in the streets. That's the same as war. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's PTSD at its finest. So I think, you know, it has a lot to do with our background, how we come up, how society teaches us what's normal, what's not normal. And I feel like that's why the suicide rate has increased, because they don't feel like they have someone that can say, because they do things differently, that that's cool. It's always, you're different, you're weird, and exile, you know? Especially with kids that's trying to figure out if they like their same sex, you know? And nobody wants to hear that, you know, especially that's a parent. So they internalize a lot of things, and what happens? Suicide. So I just wanted to share some things that I feel as though that will be helpful, informative, and empowering.
Okay. I'm ready, baby.
You ready, baby?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, 6 things I would like you guys to remember when it comes to mental health awareness is that we are all the same. You know, nobody is better, nobody is more important, because at the end of the day, when we have to clock out this world, we're gonna all go the same way. We're gonna die. It's not gonna be we're gonna die today then because you rich and you don't froze your cells that next year you're gonna be unfrozen.
Right.
You know, no,
Right.
it's not gonna be any of that. It's not gonna be no revisiting. Anyways, now what you do with your time on this earth, you know, I feel like you gotta take that into account when it comes to, you know, when our expiration does hit. But I just want to let you guys know that we are all the same, and that, you know, at least find someone that you can spill the beans to, that won't judge you, won't criticize you about anything. So we're gonna break this thing off. So 6 things to remember. 1, embrace your body, every curve, roll, and dimple, because it makes you unique. Period.
Baby.
What?
Baby, I'm trying to go get a little thing done, you know, a
Little snip and tug.
little snip and tug and this, that, and the third. But you are absolutely right. A lot of times in like relationships and situations, you deal with people that will like, they'll body shame you without even realizing that they body shaming you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go to try and date somebody else, you be like, oh, that's what you was doing? That's what that person was doing to me? Not even realizing it, because you meet somebody that accepts you for all of you, and then you meet somebody, or you've already dealt with someone that at the end of the day has made you feel some kind of way and not realize that they made you feel some kind of way. You stop wearing certain things because
stop doing certain things because of whatever
you don't get
little
the same
snippet reaction.
Yeah, you don't get the same reaction that you thought you was gonna get.
And that's why you gotta understand that we don't do it for the reaction of others. I think that's the biggest thing that humans, and I feel like especially for women, because we'll wear certain things or do certain things trying to get a reaction out of our man. And if that dress make you look X, Y, and Z, and the truth is being told, then now you're gonna have self-conscious issues because of that. So that right there is period, like the most honest thing that could happen, that analogy that you gave, because I remember, oh no, I never had no body shaming issues.
Well, you know, we was just talking about it outside, you know, this the thickest you done been, baby.
Yeah, but it's the thickest that I have been, but coming from saying like, I don't know what you got going on over there, but
yeah,
you need to tighten up.
You need to tighten up.
No, I have never heard that. You know, one thing that Danny has done that has stuck with me, I feel like forever in time, no matter what happens, is that because he loves to eat and he's a foodie. And before I met him, I was a bird eater. You know, like I eat little something. I have like some spinach and 2 or 3 shrimps, and then that's all I'm gonna eat today.
Right.
And I have me some water. You know, I got a gallon of water, and I'm cool. So when I got him, we was eating all late and just, you know, eating in the bed and stuff like that. So I got like 210. I'm like, what is this?
Oh, that ass.
You know. And one thing that he was like, he said, and I'm just like, oh, I just feel so fat and ugly. And he made me write, I am beautiful on every mirror in the house.
Oh.
And that right there really was just like, okay. Because, you know, when a man can smell insecurity, such as, you know, body insecurities or, you know, whatever. You know, we go through that period where we don't feel beautiful. And some men will take that and run with it, you know. And instead, he gave me a positive reaction. And I, you know, thank him for that, you know. Because after that, I was just like, okay, I didn't feel bad about it. I just changed my eating habits, worked out, you know, because I had a supportive system.
Right.
But yeah, so definitely embrace your body. So number 2 will be empowerment is squashing jealousy by celebrating your differences.
Squashing jealousy.
That's what empowerment, like get in a group where people you know, like motivation and inspiration, like somebody that sends you text messages or when they speak to you it's highly motivating and inspiring and positive. I feel like, you know, that's how you're going to squash jealousy, insecurities. If you get in cahoots with those type of people, form better environments, you know? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that makes a ton of sense, you know. in order to grow, or just in order to be a better person, you have to make sure you have a lot of positive spirits and energy around you.
Yes, that is the
Yeah.
main thing. So number 3, the way you speak to yourself matters more than you know. And we have talked about that so much here on Generational Empowerment. How you speak to yourself, it has to come from, first of all, a truthful and honest place. Because we tend to lie to ourselves so much, you know, because we're trying to fabricate the things that we don't like in our lives. You know, plain and simple. You know that you're a liar.
Mhm.
But you say, oh, you know, you want to tell people lies based on because you don't want to hurt them. But isn't that hurting them even more because you're lying to them? So I think, you know, or we always saying, oh, I can't do this. Or, you know, thinking of all the wrong things that will happen so you can prepare yourself. Really, that's all what you're doing. You're basically preparing yourself for if that do happen, if the job doesn't fall through, or the promotion, or this money, then you are already calculating in your mind, oh, this ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
So when it happens, the letdown won't be as hard because you never put any expectations on it.
True.
You know.
I get it. Yeah. Whew. Okay.
What?
You know, you just be in my pocket sometimes. You know.
Oh yeah. So you have to say, what if it works out? Like, okay, what if this money comes? What if I do get the promotion? Oh, when I get the promotion, I'm gonna execute this, or I'm gonna implement this for the business.
Right.
We gotta start doing that. And I am a victim of that as well. I had to just change the whole trajectory of how I talk to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to do that. That's why I'm able to speak how I'm speaking. I used to be like, oh, that ain't gonna happen. That it can't, you know. I found so many ways on why it didn't or why it couldn't, so I wouldn't be let down, you know. So yeah.
Yep. You know, we were talking about that this week, or was it last week, when I was telling you, like, I always feel like, okay, something gonna go bad, something gonna go bad, something gonna go bad. And I had to just get out of that mindset of like feeling that way or thinking that way. Just like, it's okay for things to go good for you, or it's okay for, you know, things to actually work out and be okay.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that right there in a nutshell is what will keep your mind so at ease and on a sane, not an insane, a sane path, because they'll drive you crazy.
Yes. It definitely will drive you crazy.
It will drive you crazy. So that's why you were saying, like, when we was talking earlier about a little scruffle out there, and I was like, because I serve a God, you know, no matter what could happen, even if it's a negative. From what we see right now, we think of like, oh, it's so bad, or right now it's just, that could be the worst thing. And then a year from later, you'll be like, I'm so happy that happened. That's what I'm on. That's what I'm learning to be on. That's what I'm learning to be consistent in, because I have anxiety out this world. I should be on Zoloft. How much anxiety I have. Yes. But, you know, I've learned some things where it's just like, I just send it to God. God, just take this, you know, this and that. Because I'm a counselor, so my emotions and moods can be rapid, like tides in the ocean.
Yes. Amen.
So I'm learning now that when those emotions come, where I want to send a text message to cussing you out, or I want to say something that just like I'm gonna either regret or I'm gonna have to learn from, I just go to God now. Like, and even though we did speak about it, you need to go to God first, you know. But sometimes you be forgetting to go to God first, you know, because you look for physical or tangible things right now to soothe it, and you know God ain't gonna give you that right now type of answer. You know, He will if it's permissible for it. But you know what you trying to ask God to show somebody else, He gonna show you first.
Right.
You know, He gonna show you what you went wrong, what you could have did better, you know, and all of those things. So for me, I just been learning that because, you know, like I'm on this 29 wave right now, and you know, I'm just like, I just want to reap everything that's for me. Whatever has Ashley Johnson's name, I'm about to say Ashley Brown. Whatever had Ashley Johnson's name on it, it's just like, give it to me. Whatever my family, whatever God has for my family, I want it to reap. You know, so I'm kind of on that mindset, and it's baby steps. You know, but I'm learning and I'm willing and I'm so thankful.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
We just
So-
had a little birthday testimony.
Yes, we definitely did. But you know, I was talking to my mom, and baby, I don't know why I was talking to her like that, but it was just like a wave that came over me, and we was just crying, and it was just so blissful. Like, it was just so organic, and I feel like I got more out of it than she did, and I was trying to empower her, you know. And I think a lot of my questions was answered talking to her. So the conversation was never for her; it was for me, and I just like that right now as I'm talking.
You know, that's how it happens on this show. That's exactly how it happens on this show. We have our revelations when we be in our sanctuary.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. So we're gonna take a quick break, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and you know we're gonna come back with that heat.
What's going on, world? It's your boy J-Man.
And it's your girl Ashley J.
And when we left off, we were talking about some mental health
issues,
but basically we were leading you all in a direction of trying to
informative.
I wouldn't say informative.
It was informative. Things that you need to know that will help you have a different perspective on.
Yeah, basically just giving you a different perspective. That's the word I was looking for. Giving you guys a different perspective on how to. Yes, you know, you got to help me. You know what I'm saying? You got to lead me to water. But yeah, we were giving you guys some different perspectives on how to just kind of like work things out and try and paint things in a positive headspace rather than a negative headspace, because that's really a lot of things that we deal with in life. It's all up here.
Yes,
it's all up here.
It's a mental game.
Yep, it's a mental game, and when you learn to fight that mental game, baby,
you come out so much better.
Woo-wee.
I know that firsthand. I used to be a train wreck. Thank you, Jesus, for the transformation.
Amen.
So we're gonna dive into it. We left off on number 3. So number 4 is, even the most confident person struggles with insecurities and anxieties. Even the strongest, you know, like they say, the harder you are, the harder you fall. So the bigger your insecurities, the bigger your anxiety. It's going to be so hard for you to maneuver through having a different mindset, finding another outlet, you know, that is going to put you on a path where you can feel confident. You can feel like you have some type of backbone or strength to move past those hard times. One thing, like when I was saying, I was talking to my mom, like I told her, like, she's like, I'm so sorry that, you know, I did what I did and, you know, inflicted so much pain. And I was just like, if it wasn't you, it's gonna be somebody else. Because life is inevitable of inflictions, pain, sorrow. That's just what we have to go through. If you want to go biblical, then God never intended for us to go through darkness, right? That's why he told Adam and Eve not to eat from the tree of knowledge, because he knew what would come about it. So, but he's given us himself because he knew that we were going to enter darkness. That's why he told us not to eat that. So he gives us a piece of him, which is peace, prosperity, abundance, you know, a different way out. And we have to take that way out, whether we like it or not. You know, whatever religion you believe in, I think it incorporates those type of different mindsets and perspectives. So when you're going through it, because we're going to go through hardship, we're going to go through deaths, we're going to go through job losses, relationship breakups, all of those things, we're going to go through that. That's inevitable. But how you look at it is the most important thing. So, you know, so you got to know that even the person that you think is so beautiful, so confident, they have insecurities and anxiety, because they're a person, they're a human being. Yeah. This flesh is very fragile.
Absolutely.
Period. So, comparison is a thief of joy.
Yes.
Woo.
Yes. You hit the nail on the head with that one.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot compare your life to anybody else's life at the end of the day. You cannot.
Yeah, you can.
Because you don't know what valleys, what mountains, what anthills, what somebody else had to go through in order to get to where they are.
Yeah.
And you don't take things away from the anthills, because you got to think about how many ants come out of the anthill. So it might be a lot of pain there. And just those little small things.
Ooh.
Wee.
I told you, Pastor.
But yes, you don't know what a person has went through to get to where they are today, or what they're currently going through to be in the current position that they're in.
Yeah.
People only sometimes just are they looking at it just from the outside. They don't get to see what's on the inside, or we're looking at a person's situation from the outside because we're not in their everyday life. So we don't know, just because of what we see on the outside, what they might drive or what they might be wearing, or the person they might be dating.
That's the main thing.
That's real big.
Relationship goals. And you're like, you don't know what they be dealing with.
You don't.
You know, like,
oh, you know, this person getting dragged upside their head. You know what I'm saying? And you talk about them bay goals, this, that, and the third, but you don't see what they dealing with on the everyday.
Yeah. And even if you was in their presence, because it's a lot of scenarios that has happened where, you know, people died, and it was just like they looked like they were just so, you know, connected, so just in tune with each other. How could that happen? Like, no, he didn't kill her, or no, she didn't kill him. I was there. I was in their relationship, and it was like, you wasn't. Because once they get together, they go behind them closed doors. It's just them and the other person. Mm-hmm. You know, so a person can put on a facade just like you can put on your representative when you first meet somebody.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of people put on their representatives. We talked about that so much.
I got so many representatives.
You got personalities. You don't have representatives. You just got personalities. But Ashley J is Ashley J, okay?
Yeah, Ashley B, Ashley J, Ashley K, Ashley M. But no, so you're never too small to speak up, raise your voice, and share your opinion. Never get so close-minded or so frightful that you think that your voice doesn't matter, or your opinion doesn't matter, or what you have to say is valid. Never get to that point. And even if you feel like you are at that point, or you have been operating in that mannerism, then know that it's gonna take a change for when those moments come where you feel as if, you know, you shouldn't speak up. You need to speak up. Stay, even if you sound crazy, you got to get to some point where, you know, even your crazy just like, oh, well, she's just gonna be crazy, but at least you know she vocal. You know she gonna, oh, Ashley's gonna speak what she want, or she gonna say how she feels. At least have that, and then you can be able to like filter through when and what, you get what I'm saying. But if you're always so shy, so reserved, don't say anything until the shit hit the fan,
right,
or whatever the case may be, then you put yourself in double-edged sword. Sword. I felt like I said some other word than that, but then you put yourself in that space. And I remember I used to be like that when I was younger. I was so naive. Oh my God, I was in like a bubble. But I used to feel like what I just was so reserved that I never spoke. And you know, I told you about, I was just that quiet girl that people thought they could pick on, but not so much. This was when I was in like the summer camp, and I got milk poured over my head, and it was just like, I don't bother nobody, I don't talk to nobody. And from that point on, another Ashley was created. I'm sorry. I was like, oh, because I was quiet and this got done. Oh, so let me see how I turn it up, dude.
Oh, somebody came to me this week and they was like, I did not know Ashley talked so much. That girl can talk. I said, you ain't heard her say it on the show? She said she talked so much she need to get a talk show. She got a radio show, baby. Why? Because she talk a lot.
Who said I talk too much? I think I know who said that, but
they were like, God, that girl can talk. I was like, yeah.
I think you always exaggerating. Now you just doing the most.
No, Ashley, your ass can talk, okay?
But I wasn't talking like that because you talk about Freddie, huh?
No.
Who else was in my facility that was talking that could say that? Just spill the beans.
I ain't spilling no beans. I ain't no snitch.
I'm trying to figure out who would say that I talk so much.
I ain't no snitch.
I'll talk to you after the show.
Oh, okay.
But thank you so much, guys. That's my contribution to the mental health awareness from Empowering. You know, J-Man, he got that heat, bringing his ear to the street. So when we come back, you guys is definitely going to be hearing that.
It's your boy J-Man coming to you live from One Direct Access Radio. I'm coming with my ear to the streets report. You feel me?
You is too much.
Woo, boy, I play so many games. But
You know
actually,
we don't lie.
I know.
Oh, okay.
What I mean? I'm having fun with our people.
No, it just didn't seem like you was like you knew. Don't know why.
The girl be trying me, y'all. She be trying it. Okay. Actually, it's been a lot going on in the streets. It's been a lot going on in the streets. They say Kanye running for president.
Lord.
They said Trump got a warrant.
I found this on the web.
Oh, okay. What you found, girl? Let me go close up. But no. Yeah, Kanye running for president. Trump got a warrant. But what I really want to talk about, so last weekend was July 4th weekend. I hope everybody
crazy.
Just kind of like took a sit down and a chill day, but these Atlanta streets didn't.
Remember the club don't put a pool in it?
Yeah, the club got a pool in it. But really what stood out to me was 7. I posted 7 for sure. African American young kings and queens lost their lives.
7?
7 of them. While in custody of their parents, as far as one was in the car with their parent, another one was playing in the yard, another one was in the backyard, another one was on the sidewalk. It was all due to gun violence.
I just don't understand why we just can't do fireworks. Like, what reason to shoot guns in the air?
And it's not even from that. It's just been basically doing what they do in the streets. There was one particular incident where there were false barricades put up on the street, and a couple drove through it. It was a guy dressed like he was a bounty hunter, acting like they were doing something, but really they were out in the streets acting an entire ass.
Wow.
Acting an entire ass.
This is Atlanta or just in the world?
This was in Atlanta. That particular incident. And then you had one of Gucci Mane's artists. Of course, he had his whole ordeal where he was shooting inside the club. Only one person was injured, but there was so much hoopla about it being like 2 people died. And
they're trying to take his chain.
All over some jewelry, which at the end of the day,
they try to play with that boy.
People gonna do what they gonna do, and we gonna act as we gonna act as African Americans once again. But we want to change. We want something different. We want the police to stop killing us, but we won't stop killing each other.
I think they should take away guns.
Well, I don't
guns
necessarily
is a spirit,
agree.
and I feel like what's the word? I feel like it's a spirit and it invites negativity. So
I think it invites negativity based off of the environment that it's placed in, because you can have a group full of educated black men that carry their gun licenses that have guns and nobody gets shot.
But say for instance, something happens, such as a carjack or whatever. Even though that person is trying to carjack you, but is their life, because you're going to pull out your strap and you may shoot or whatever the case may be, but that person's life is lost. Even though I know they were doing a crime, but...
So, I
feel like with those things, with that making it powerful, making them feel powerful, they go out and do those things. You get what I'm saying? Because they know they have something that's going to protect them or kill someone or whatever the case may be. So, I feel like it's inviting that. That's how I truly feel.
I just personally feel like at the end of the day, if you're going to go out here and you're going to do things that are going to cause someone to shoot at you, then obviously whatever you were doing, you value more than your actual life.
Yeah, but I'm saying the guns gave them that ammunition to do that because they feel as though a person is scared of this. So my babies need some food, or I need whatever the case may be, push on the shove, they go do that. So I think the gun is the common denominator. So that's just personally how I feel. We can agree to disagree.
Absolutely.
I understand how you feel.
Absolutely.
You understand how I feel, but I just feel like it invites negativity.
Okay.
Because when you have no guns, then what you gonna strong arm somebody with your fist? I mean, that's possible, but You know,
True.
what's the likelihood of that?
True. Free Rollo.
He'll be out.
What was it? A $250,000 bond? If I'm not
Yeah, he got
mistaken?
that.
Yeah, he got that. He got that easy. But you know, one thing that I did, I can respect him and commend him on is he said, and there was another artist that said it too. What's his name? He was. He had a little incident go down where he had some firearms and stuff on him inside the mall. He's Phaedra's his attorney, but he runs with Rollo. I
Okay.
can't think of his name. But he was basically saying like how all these people now that they hear Rollo getting out, it's free Rollo. But where was all that like 2 months ago? Where was all that for like the last 2 years?
Oh no. Now, of course, you know, things die down.
Yeah, but-
COVID died and it died down.
And
you
I
know?
guess for him it's just kind of like, but yeah, it died down. But you got people that's been free Rollo every day for the last 2 years. He's
Yeah.
ride or die. His people that's done been there for him.
And that's who
since
should be
the third.
doing it.
Right,
That's
but
who
those
should be-
people that aren't, but he's saying that there are people out there that's acting like they've been like this whole time.
No, I feel like, you know, so yeah, he's getting out, right?
Mhm.
So now, yeah, free Rollo.
Free
But
Rollo.
when he first got in, it was a sweep with free Rollo. Like even like a year after that, it was still free Rollo. It was still information putting out, you know, like what's going on with him
Mhm.
from my standpoint. Now I do have a lot of people in my camp that know him personally, so
You got a camp girl. Baby, can I come visit?
I have a camp. 4 p.m.
Ashley got a camp. Oh, okay. I heard of somebody running around these apartments with a 4PF chain on.
It was crazy. But yeah, so you know, I've seen that. I've seen songs being made, free Rollo, or you know, like a lot of that going on.
Mhm.
So I've seen that, but I feel like, you know, with something that's coming out in the industry, of course it's gonna be like, okay, yeah, because if Kobe birthday come up, it's gonna be some. You know what I'm saying? Things have to happen because there's so much that's going on in personal lives, in the community, in the world. So things gonna come up where it's gonna be like, okay, yeah, let's get back on it because he about to get out. From a minute, we didn't know what was going on.
You know,
We was supposed to be saying free Rollo for 10 years.
I don't know, but you know, we was saying free JT till she free every week, every day,
Really?
day, every day. It was free JT till she free every day. The whole camp, the whole squad, everybody, you name it.
The whole squad. Are you saying like the fans, or you talking about her camp
Fans,
squad?
her camp, her squad. It was always free JT.
Well,
till
they
she
have a
free.
different base where a lot of their stuff is music. Rollo got his hands in a lot of stuff, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So we don't see that free Rollo because on their end, it ain't on no social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know, I was just weird to. Well, it wasn't weird, but it was, you know, interesting just to pick up on where, you know, he was just basically pointing out like, you know, it's kind of fucked up how you
Yeah.
people are supposed to be riding for Rollo, this, then the third. Y'all
True,
supposed to have his
true.
back while he was there and he was doing this. All these people that wanted a feature or whatever, and this, then the third, and he ain't heard from you. He ain't had no support. But now y'all done heard, oh, Shawty getting out. Now it's free Rollo. Now it's free. Rollo getting out. Ain't no free Rollo no more. I don't need that. I needed that before, you know. But moving it along. Moving it along.
But then too, JT had a song with Drake, and that was pushing her thing because they dropped that. She was in jail. You get what I'm saying? So then she had a whole half of her army still out here doing what she needed to do. So of course it was still gonna be free JT because they were missing a whole link. So what, I'm not gonna say free JT?
You're right.
Come
All
on
right,
now.
Ashley. You got it.
Period.
You got it. Period, pooch. I ain't even gonna front with you. You got it, ma'am. Last on my docket for the day. No. Who that is? Kaya? She is a mess, okay? She is a mess. But I know there is an event coming up in the next 2 weeks that and it's a virtual event that Keisha Lance Bottoms is having. It's
Better be virtual.
yeah, it's a job fair. It's a virtual job fair. I guess for the government, they're doing a virtual virtual affairs conference.
How they gonna go?
Yeah, for the LGBTQ community.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's supposed to be
That's
very
nice.
interesting.
That's
I would like to know what she's got going on.
Why is it
or
for
what
them? Why
she
is it
has up
for-
her sleeve. I don't know, and that's why I decided to bring it up because usually when I speak about stuff, somebody usually is able to resonate as to what's really going on. Because I'm just curious as to what she got going on or what she got up her sleeve and how all of a sudden her and her whole family got COVID and they've been practicing social distancing. And
she ain't
everything
been
else.
practicing no social distance.
You don't be seeing her on TV with her mask on and at the podium by herself?
That mask do not prevent. It's not a preventative. It's not. Period.
I seen something this morning about that. But guys, I actually want to end my segment on some things to help with your mental or to basically help with your mental health, especially if you're having you had those voices in your head or you're just dealing with certain people in your life. Airplane mode on your phone is really good. Noise canceling headphones.
For sure. That's already a given.
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
Beats by Dre. Holla at me.
A savings account.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a given when you do a checking.
No, actually having money in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got what you were saying,
You get
but I
what
was
I was
saying like when you get a checking account, it's on the right for you get a savings.
Yes, but people don't put money in their savings, and that's why a lot of times we do a lot of things in our heads is
because we ain't got no money
because
saved.
we don't have no money saved, so we're always worried about
True.
the next step and where we're going and how we're going to get there.
Even it could be $5 a week.
Yep, anything helps. But we talked about it on one of our very first segments about how the average American family doesn't have $1,000 saved.
Yep.
So that can really help with your mental health. No apologies for your personal decisions. Do not apologize for making decisions based off of your personal feelings and your personal judgment. You don't necessarily have to consider the people around you when making decisions because at the end of the day, that can really mess with your mental. Sometimes you have to do things for you and you can't worry about what this person's going to say, what that person's going to say, or what this person is going to feel, especially when you're a single person. Moving it along, quick exits from toxic traits, clearly defining boundaries, and thick skin. Not to mention making sure that you are understanding what it means to be in your own personal space and having what you would honestly consider close friends. And close friends, I don't believe you should have 10 people that you consider close friends.
Yeah, that's too much.
So on Jay's personal side, 5 or less, really 3 or less, if you're going to consider people close friends. Like Ashley tell it, she is my only friend. So, period. If y'all couldn't hear that. So I'm going to let y'all know. She said, period. But guys, it feels great to be back. It really does.
Yes.
I feel like the devil has been trying to get at me to not want to be here or do this or whatever the case may be. But guys, we're back in full effect. So make sure that you're tuning in to us. We are on 365 Live each and every Monday at 4 p.m. Each and every. And please make sure that you guys are subscribed and following our YouTube. Please.
Do some comments.
Do some comments. Let us know what you guys would like to see. If you know someone that is looking to be on the show, whatever it may be, I know we're looking forward in the next months to have some artists. And when I say artists, I'm talking about those people that draw and paint and things. I want to get into the gist of bringing people on the show that can honestly help people elevate and come out of the holes that they might find themselves in life. Where they can really reach their true potential and realize, hey, I can go out there and I can do this because this person is doing this. And not feeling like everything is just so saturated. I hate when people try and use that word saturated. And because at the end of the day, what that does is you just dim somebody's light.
Yeah.
So if that's something that they want to do, it's enough money out here for everybody to make.
Sound like something I would say.
So let's get out here and make it, y'all. I'm your boy J Man,
And I'm your girl Ashley J.
and we out.